How do you get focused enough to do the difficult things that have to be done in order to achieve your goals or to accomplish the plans that you have here up in your head? How do you develop that laser sharp, strong, steadily flowing sense of focus? Well, if you remember something about focus that's very important, it will be easier for you to do. One of the things you have to remember about focus is nothing more than another form of immersion. You know how it is when you go to a pool somewhere and the water is really, really cold, and you know that once you get in the water, you'll acclimate yourself to it. You'll get used to being in the water, but it's that whole time standing there thinking about all the discomfort you're going to suffer once your skin touches that water. Well, what's the best thing to do? Just dive in. So whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in life, especially when it comes to the most difficult parts or the most difficult aspects of making those accomplishments come to life, the best thing to do is to be immersive, to dive in. It's not going to be comfortable. It's kind of like when you're pulling a really tightly adhesive Band-Aid from your skin over a wound. And what's the best way? You just rip that sucker right off. You don't sit there and think about it. The longer you think about it, actually, the more that it hurts even before you even do anything. If you do it right away, yeah, you'll suffer the pain. You'll suffer the pain and you'll suffer the inglorious nature of doing it. But, it gets the job done. When it comes down to focus, rule number 1, jump in. Focus works best when you immediately apply yourself to the task. If you stand around and you rationalize about it, you're never going to do it very likely. The other thing that you have to remember about focus is that focus also works very well when you have a plan, a detailed, comprehensive, but scalable, flexible plan. Because that makes the object that you're going after seem more real. Because now with a plan, you can actually visualize in your mind step by step how you're going to make this thing happen. And when you do that, when you accomplish that, then having focus is not that much a bigger deal. So remember 2 basic things. Number 1, immersion. Immersion, it works wonders for your focus. Because once you come to grips with that cold reality of what you're dealing with, it's so much easier to adhere to it. It's so much easier to stick to the task until it's done. And number 2, once you have a detailed plan of some kind, and you don't have to spend a lot of time working out all of the details and all that, because a lot of stuff you're going to have to work out as you go along anyway. That's what contingencies are all about. Because little things that you never expected are going to come up that you're going to have to deal with. But once you have some kind of floor plan, some kind of pathway that you've developed that you can look at, you can actually see the goal getting closer and closer to you and closer to your grip as you get near it. So 2 things, plans and immersion. My name is Dave Thomas III. I'm the author of my little book of truisms.